Twitch too, so I couldn't tell you.
I don't have
That's
Twitch.
the first time I've heard it in 2 years.
Well, it's gone now, so it's just us.
Here we go. Yeah. Got to authenticate.
Yeah, I like to imagine that everybody says Anya Taylor-Joy's name in the cadence of Dr. Nick Riviera from The Simpsons, so it's Anya Taylor-Joy.
I didn't, but I will.
I
Sorry,
finally got
Trent.
around to watching the Menu recently, and it was very good.
I haven't seen that one.
It's Anya Taylor-Joy and some other folks, but it's super good. It's like a. Has anybody else seen it? Have you guys seen it?
Nope.
Everybody except for Jamie.
The Menu?
Menu?
I've not seen it.
The Menu.
Never heard of it.
It's good.
Okay.
Basically, the crap. What's this guy's name?
Senor
He's
Spielberg.
So Ralph Fiennes. One of those.
Ray Fiennes. Sure.
Ray Fiennes. Sure, that guy.
Voldemort.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. So
Yeah.
In full costume.
he is like this one of the like hoity-toity, several Michelin star styled chefs. It's very big into presentation, and there's this select group of people that get invited to his like private island for a big
Yeah, I've seen that. It's like dark comedy.
yeah, it's wild. It takes some like if you sit down to it and you think that it's just like a movie about cooking, you're going to be very surprised.
You're going to be very mentally unhinged by the end of it too. If you're not already. Like it's got some concepts that are tough to deal with.
Yeah, but very good. I would recommend it.
I'll add it to the list.
It's got Nicholas Hoult. That's your beast from X-Men First Class.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, it's got a pretty good cast. A lot of mid-range actors, like not.
John Leguizamo plays a big part in it.
I love John
I forgot
Leguizamo.
him. We were doing
As a movie star. That's how he's credited. John Leguizamo as a movie
how
star.
does he do it?
Yeah, he's like pitching a new show or something like that. Yeah.
So I spent the weekend at the bar, and at one point during that time, we were trying to discuss like our top favorite actors, and we ended up saying like top 100 actors, which is a lot of actors.
Yeah.
Because
That's
I
a lot.
don't think in like 2 or 3 hours we didn't describe or name 100 male actors. So then we moved to female actors, and I went to a list to kind of give us some guidance so we could just like chime in versus trying to think up some people. And it wasn't 100 actors; it was actresses or lady actors. So weird.
You can just say actors.
You could just say
Well,
actors. That's fine.
But I'm talking about specifically female actors, though, this particular conversation. But
Okay.
anyway, I couldn't find a list that was longer than 50. And of those 50, I recognized maybe 20 of them. It was amazing. Like, I didn't feel like it was my lack of watching movies, because I do a hell of a lot of that. But I don't know, it's just weird. And then went back
It's
as
not
far
that
as like Grace Kelly. Like, there were older
Yeah,
actors.
that's not weird.
There were
Was Denzel Washington your number one actor? Because if not, the list is invalid.
well,
Ooh.
we weren't doing like a top 1 through 5. We were just saying, would they be on the list? Because we were having too much trouble determining who would be like, who is the best.
Denzel Washington.
And it's also very determinate. So what's your favorite?
I can
Denzel-
solve that for you.
What's your favorite
Yes.
Denzel movie?
Man on Fire.
It's so good. I love it on fire.
That's very good.
The Hurricane, also an excellent movie.
So football, right?
The sequel to Man on Fire is
Boxing.
Man with Extinguisher.
There is. It's actually
Man on Fire too.
Edward Burns.
It's one in a series of books actually, and I've only read the one. I've only read the one, the Man on Fire book. But yeah, there's a series of John Creasy books. So there could be sequels or prequels, but
Weren't there
I
two
don't think
movies
any of
then?
those have been made.
Or was it
Mhm.
just the one?
I think there was
Just the
two.
one.
I thought there was 2 of those. I'm thinking of something else.
Equalizer has 3.
Equalizer.
Equalizer, that's it. That's what I was
That's
thinking
pretty
of. I like Unstoppable, the one with the train.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That one's a fun one.
With
I think it was- wait.
Liam Neeson, right?
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable? Pretty sure.
I'm thinking of Unbreakable.
Isn't that
You're not
Speed
sure
with
about
Keanu
that.
Reeves?
Yes, but it's on a train and it has more Liam Neeson.
Unstoppable has Chris Pine.
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't realize it was Denzel.
Oh, it's Chris Pine. What?
Yeah.
It's a good
My
one.
whole world has been turned upside. I'm in the wrong universe. Hang on, I'll be back.
You gotta
Denzel's
get back to the
beautiful.
Denzel verse.
Yeah.
Let's go switch.
So, Under Mike, how was your trip?
Yeah, really good.
Good.
Other than the flying bits, because I'm a big guy and being cramped in a economy class seat, which is what I can afford for 27 hours, sucks. But yeah, South Africa was beautiful. Johannesburg was great. Really loved Cape Town. It's the first time that I've been to Cape Town. It's a beautiful city, and
Cool.
yeah, I had a good time.
You've actually checked some of my bucket list by your trip. Those are some of the places I really want to go. I'm glad you had a good trip. That means it's not going to be a terrible idea to go down there.
I'm happy to fill your bucket, I guess.
Well, it's
Ooh.
like thank you for testing the poison in my food.
Confirming the validity of the bucket. I don't know how to. I don't know how to articulate my thinklets.
It's been what, 3
dear.
weeks since we played last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody at all remember how to play this game?
We got level 12. I remember that.
Did you?
We did. We
you?
did.
I never knew that much to begin with.
We did.
I feel like I'm being gaslighted.
I know how to play the
That's
game. I
lit.
click the buttons on D&D Beyond and it
Thank
rolls
you, guys,
dice
lit.
with you.
Gaslit. Yeah, you should be level 12.
Oh,
Yeah.
I,
Because I looked and I was
I,
like, my wisdom score's really high. Oh yeah, we leveled up.
I failed to make the requisite changes. Up back.
Please hold.
I know. I'm double checking to make sure that I've made the changes too.
Honestly, I'd be in the same boat unless if it were something more than just my ability score increased.
Yeah, now that you bring up the ability score increase, I remember because I had discussed retraining and having the ability to take feats with some people. If they could take the time to do this if they chose to.
Let's see.
I think Mike will be back.
Yeah, he's got to make some changes. Something tells me he's fitting on a costume. I'm just hoping for that.
He had to go home and rethink his life. Yeah.
Really
didn't
wish
get-
I had a costume to put on right now.
Or at least a wig or something.
I think the only thing that the monk picks up at 9 is the ability to move along vertical surfaces and across liquids without falling. But
That's
I can
right.
kind of already do that.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shadow or the Way of the Shadow stuff didn't get anything at level 9, so just proficiency and probably maybe a change in my martial arts style. Let's check that.
It is
No,
kind of
still
an
1d6.
odd level.
Yeah, but I do get one more key point, which is always great.
Ooh. I waffled a lot on what to take. Took a feat.
What foot did you take?
Which one?
Where's my foot? The left one.
Good foot.
Which one? Oh yeah, there it is. Magic Initiate. Wizard.
Oh,
So I got 2 cantrips and a first level spell.
cool.
Aren't you dumb now?
Hmm?
Aren't you dumb again? Or did you keep the bracelet?
He's still got it on.
Bracelet?
Oh, that reminds me.
I don't know. Go ahead.
The
Yeah.
the flame tongue. Does that require attunement?
I'm going to have to look. It's
I
a
don't even know
two-handed
what that
sword,
is.
but it's just like the flame tongue longsword. Flami Tungui. It's in my notes, but my notes aren't that readable. Riddle.
Because
My
I
internet sucks though. Like,
He's changed.
if that was red, he could just start singing "Whip It."
I know it does look like kind of like a Devo hat.
Yeah,
who?
Devo, whip it real good. Na, 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 na.
Oh, that guy.
Whenever
Or
trouble
that-
comes around, you must whip it.
Yes, you must whip it.
Right.
What am I doing? I've already forgotten last track.
You're looking up Flame Tongue.
Thank you.
I think it does require attunement.
Well, if you think it does, then it should.
Okay. Yep.
I'm pretty sure it
Yeah.
does.
Flame
so.
tongue weapon, any sword, rare, requires attunement.
It do.
That's wild.
Well, it does a lot. Like the boat, like the light radius alone, up to 80 feet. It's got a massive. Then the damage is nice. The 2d6.
I want to take it to somebody and have them enchant it with a dimmer switch. So I can like turn down the light.
It'd only do 1d6 then.
It'd be fine.
Be like a hot iron instead of flaming.
Yeah. Flame tongue. Flaming lips. That point.
Isn't that a band? Almost certain it is.
I don't know. That's I'm worse at band names than I am at watching movies.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
I mean,
I'm
true
on that level of
true statement.
band names though too. Like, I'll always recognize a song, but I have no idea who's singing it unless I've heard it a billion times.
Yeah. It's like I know that song. I have no idea who it is. Unless it's like Hamilton or something.
I hear that.
Yes, the Flaming Lips is a band.
It's
All right. Well, in that case, if I have to attune to the S word, then yes, I will unattune to the headband of intellect.
Schwartz. A little bum cover. I created the anal bum cover. One of the all-time best series of skits ever.
I have a riddle for you, your Montebank. A conundrum, if you will.
Your mother's a whore.
What's the difference between you and a mallet with a cold? Great.
Yes. Yes. Actually, that skit was some of the evidence behind Vanek Tane's voice from the Rise of the Rune Lords, or Rocks of the Rune Lords
I hear that.
podcast. Yeah, I got a lot of it from that.
Now that you mentioned it, yes, that does sound familiar.
Can you give us an example?
Yes.
That's all you get. That's all you need,
Flawless.
really.
Flawless
I
victory.
needed, honestly, that told me enough. What a story you weave.
Some people have skills.
It's true. I don't have it. I don't do a voice.
I liked that character until I didn't, and then it got to where I just felt skeezy playing him every time. I'm like, I gotta play something different. Like,
Get me out of
so
here.
like yeah,
Get me out of the skin.
just kind of feeling icky every time I had to play the character.
Roll a
She was
d20, go take a shower. Roll a
Yeah.
d20, go take a
Yeah.
He ended up being a bastard. So that's a different game, and that was a different game set. Let's bring me up to speed on what happened last time. So you guys did the fight, top of the Temple of Ouijas. You beat the two clerics. You beat everything up there. You took down the soul cage. You took it to Jinya. Jinya had Legend Lore was cast, and I think maybe you cast it, didn't you, Alma? Or did Jinya
Alma
cast
cast
it?
it.
Alma cast
I
it. Okay.
think I did.
And it gave you a bucket load of information about where this thing came from, what it's used for, how it's being used, who's been in it. Do y'all remember? Do y'all need an update on some of that stuff? It has been nearly a month.
My notes say, used to sacrifice people with the Mark of Kasserai marked at birth, also known as the Shackleborn. There are 13 cages needed, and it opens a portal to Kasserai. The cage was in Duran Corral.
Drunk, right?
The six-armed folk. I read in my notes just say Demon Prince of Insanity, but with no
Adamarcus.
context. So that's fun. Adamarcus.
Adamarcus. That isn't
Get
the
out,
first time.
Adamarchy.
That isn't the first time you've heard the name, but you haven't heard it in quite a long
No.
time.
Taram's been in the cage, and Megan was in the cage.
Correct and correct. It also gives you the idea that there have been more than 13 cages created. Maybe some are being used as tests to see if they work. My coffee keeps spilling up at my stash. Like, take a drink, wipe my face off. Take a drink, wipe my face off.
Roll D20, take a shot.
Mhm.
You need a personal assistant. So you can take a sip and go, "Down!"
Or a straw. I don't have a straw. No, that's fine. That's be better. So yeah, that was basically the information you got out of the soul cage using legend lore, but it gave you the name Karakara, which was where this thing had been created. It is where the cage rites had been using, gaining information on how to perform the ceremony that will open the pathway, the passage to Carcerai for all of eternity.
And do we know if
And we
that's a like a location on the material plane, or is that it's like its own its own plane or something?
You don't get that information from Legend Lore spell.
Okay.
And Jinya, you cast it there with her. I've never heard of Karakara. I don't know what that is. But I mean, now that you have a name, Alba, you could track it down. I could track it down. I just can't go with you. There's a pretty powerful ritual that it's not a ritual, incantation that you can cast called Find the Path. And having a name, and if it's on this plane of existence, should take you straight to it, or at least the quickest route to it. It's a 6th-level spell, just FYI.
Okay.
I could cast it right now, but it lasts a day. But I couldn't go with you. I need to stay in Cauldron, especially now.
Oh, sorry. So you have the ability to cast it.
Yeah, sure.
Alma, is this something that you can do?
Yes.
Ooh, you have 6 level spells.
Spoken with so much confidence.
Yes.
I'm checking the
Maybe
recesses
tomorrow.
of my brain. Tomorrow, I might know that spell, but who could really say? Yes, I could do it.
Because I think Legend Lore was 6th level as well, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah. So you'd have to, A, you're out of slots, and B, you'd have to just prepare a separate spell.
Correct.
One day, I would love to get the cleric spell cards for D&D, and I'd love to play a cleric where every day I just shuffle the deck and draw out like X number of spells. Like, this is what
Oh,
my
I would
god says I'm going to
absolutely
need
hate
today.
It would be fun though.
That'd be hilarious.
Uh
That
huh.
would be a very specific kind of game.
Thanks, God.
In character.
Yeah,
Especially if you
Like,
worship a
true
god of
devotion.
chaos. Yeah, god of pure
Yeah.
chaos, and just every day, yeah, okay, I could, create toast and destroy good worlds.
those things are not dissimilar. I have
Well,
veggie.
the order there matters, though.
Depends on how dark you like your toast.
I am Kern, destroyer of worlds.
And maker of toast.
Medium
Kern-
brown.
Is it Kern a bread?
I think
Kern's
so.
bread?
I think it's yeah. There's
You're
I
telling
think
me
there's a
so.
Kern's bakery in Knoxville.
Yeah, I thought
They just turned it into a food hall.
Oh, is that the place over in Chapman Highway? Have you been?
What exactly is a food hall? It's just a lot of different
It's a
foods, or
Big room with a lot of small restaurants with even smaller menus.
okay,
It's like a
'cause I
food
tried
court.
something. over there.
It's kind of like a food court, yeah, but way more expensive.
that place over at Marble City off of the old
Yes,
city.
it's
Oh,
exactly
yeah.
that, but it's in the old Kern's Bakery, so it's like historic, but they've renovated all of the inside, so you can't tell.
I heard the reason that place kind of failed was they were just charging outrageous
Mhm.
prices to
I had been there a
Uh,
couple of times to try different, but it
Stuff.
really is kind of like a food truck. That's not a food truck. That's how small the space is. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah, so the great God Kern for their friends. Yeah, so that's a little bit of a catch up. Everybody kind of up to speed now. What's the plan?
So we can't go till tomorrow, right? What time of day is it?
First thing in the morning, because she had to prepare Legend Lord from yesterday. So it's just, you got a day. And honestly, yeah, some of you have like personal reasons to move quickly, but you don't feel a time clock on you, right? You're still gaining information. You very well may have disrupted what they had going on. They may have to drop back and punt. You don't really know. Because you took one of the soul cages. And this thing is, by all rights, an artifact, like a minor artifact. This thing is extremely powerful.
Does it have abilities?
Like, you couldn't equip it and do things,
Right.
but it has the ability to sacrifice a soul and create a portal to hell. So, yeah.
Does it require a tumor? That's really the question.
Can it be worn as plate mail? Is what I'm asking.
Or wielded like a shield.
Yeah, only if you're shaped like a giant potato.
can
So
ride it like a
potato man.
surfboard.
Or smaller than a giant potato.
Interesting.
Like, say, a regular potato.
That's crazy.
Or just potato, right?
Have to be-
Just
you just-
potato.
You just have to be a proportionately wickedly strong potato and it'll be fine.
I mean, that's what your mom called you growing up, Farazan. So you're a wickedly strong potato.
A
Proportionate.
giant potato that we shrink with like the Ant-Man formula so it retains its original giant strength. I got it. This all makes sense.
We bring pin particles into this campaign and we're cooking.
This is starting to sound a lot like the polymorph a dwarf into a turtle, wrap it up into a blanket, stick it to the top of the world, and drop it down.
So what you're saying is we can do it.
So there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
chance.
So way overly
Saying
confident.
there's a chance.
Want to wield it like a shoulder cannon? Like
I mean, I guess if you had a staff long enough, you could attach it to the end and have like this massive mace.
I have a staff.
Very, very ingenuity.
I have a very long magical staff. Hold
It's a
on, I need
mace
some
that
Oh,
swings
need some
you.
severing glue.
So all you need now is somebody more powerful enough to forge with artifacts.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Huh.
My question is, what do we do with it? Do we leave it with Jinya?
Oh, I don't want that in here.
I was gonna say I don't think she'd be up on that.
And the reason I say that is you just took it from a very powerful church. They're going to be looking for it.
Oh,
And this
I
thing
didn't
might-
think about that.
yeah.
I don't think there's anyone else there that's going to be coming for it, though.
Emerald was
They-
there.
Oh,
Yeah, they have like a lot of priests and stuff that weren't there too, right?
Yeah.
Followers.
I mean, he was Ike was second command, so Emerald Elistani is probably wicked powerful, man.
I don't like them apples.
He could never find our murder basement.
All they have to do is do the same spells that Alma uses.
I
Find the path.
I don't have a good idea.
Is it
I
something
don't
that
have
we
that.
can destroy?
The soul cage.
Yeah.
You're not sure.
I could ask my god to do it. I don't have a very good chance right now, though.
12%. It would take so like real world fantasy, dropping the ring in the Mount Doom, or to kill it, to destroy an artifact takes a lot, either a very specific thing or a lot of power to do it. So yeah, I would say if you tried and you cast Divine Intervention and you rolled 12 or less and say, Baori, would you destroy this evil artifact? She would just go squishy that hit and like destroy it. But
And how do we increase those odds?
What's that?
How do we increase those odds, Rachel?
By me getting higher levels.
Ah, gotcha.
Your level
Yeah.
is a % chance of summoning that power. So the maximum you'll ever have is 20.
Right.
Well, basically.
So there's not
pretty-
good odds, but there still are small odds.
Yeah.
Alma's got to get high.
And that's just one time per day,
Yes.
that 12% chance?
Well,
Yeah,
if it's successful, I can't use it for a week. But if it's unsuccessful, I could try again tomorrow. So.
Yeah, so, and we don't have to be like
that's a
close
very
to it.
nice-
Hello, God?
Ask you again tomorrow. I'm busy. I
Yeah.
got stuff on today.
and we don't have to stay adjacent to this thing for Baori to smite it, right?
So like
What-
the
what do you-
very last thing before you go to sleep every night. Biori, could you do the? Okay, never mind.
Let's
Baori,
do
could you do
that.
the?
And
Alma.
Raphael and
Yeah, I mean-
Petro. And oh yeah, can you trash that really nasty artifact? Okay, good night.
I mean, we still got to figure out a place to store it, but if we could just ask Baori to bust it up without having to stay close to it, then we could continue on our ways and then ask Baori once a day until it works.
So I just remembered, didn't you ask some of your followers to do something? You had a jar and
Thistle.
Thistle.
Thistle jar, the three of them, and I forgot what you're asking them to do now.
They were investigating the last laugh. I think specifically they were trying to find a way to get to Jill after my last interaction with her.
Okay, so they're investigating the last life. Gotcha. Nothing's come up yet. It's been a day.
And the Japanese guy,
Yeah, Sekiro.
Sakura.
My mind's working a little better now. The last time we played.
That's thanks, coffee.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Also, thanks, no more midnight shifts, and yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So you've got your main three henchmen, who, even though they've not been with you, they do level up with you, so they're not like noobs running around just getting murdered.
They're like
Yeah,
the
we
lost.
We did give them red shirts before they left.
They've grown out of them now.
No.
We do have a half plate plus one we can give to one of them.
So half plate's light armor, or excuse me, medium armor, isn't it?
I don't know.
Pretty sure it is. Half plate's a medium scale armor.
Don't we have a
True that.
spare cloak of protection somewhere?
Yeah.
Or did one of you guys take it?
Let's dig through our magical chest of magical stuff.
I don't got it.
You guys have a lot of magic items you never use, or just
Mhm.
kind of like, eh.
Yeah, it's medium armor.
So it's plus one. It's the heaviest medium armor there is, right? It's like the best in category for medium armor. Plus one. So essentially, it makes it almost heavy armor worthy because of the plus one. So it's good armor. Surprised y'all haven't stabbed each other over it.
We don't
Mine-
usually do that unless one of us is possessed.
Yeah.
by Nicker.
Throwback
Monks
Monday.
prefer to go au natural.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, I think the Blue Duke had a cloak of protection, didn't he?
That was a
I
long-
remember asking if I could wear two. So I don't remember if somebody else donned it.
I think I said no, right?
Yeah, I don't
I
currently
would've
have
said
two
no to
cloaks of protection on.
So
It would-
I'm just gonna wear 3 cloaks of all my magical items.
Yeah.
That's as each
yeah,
one.
As a human, I'm full, so that's why I haven't switched because I'm happy with my equipment loadout.
Yeah. If you wear more than one cloak, you have to pop the collars, and so we just
starts getting a
It's
little
just-
overwhelming
yeah.
after
And
two.
it just starts really decreasing your charisma when you do that.
It's a
apparently.
worthy trade-off.
And dexterity.
Let's see.
Yeah.
It's like the
I
kid
can't
on
let my arms down.
Christmas Story.
Yeah. how many cloaks of protection is too many cloaks of protection?
Let's find
We
out.
investigate.
Apparently, too.
True.
See, so you do have a
So it
spare.
doesn't require a lot of investigation. The rules are clear on this.
How about one cloak of protection? How about one turban of protection?
Rules as written and intended.
Yeah.
So does everybody have a cloak? Currently wearing?
No.
Yes, I'm wearing a cloak of
I
every
don't.
kind.
I'm pretty sure, though, it does require attunement.
Yes.
So that might be a limiting factor.
What if we took it to a tailor
Yes.
and turned it into pantaloons of protection?
It might become pantaloons of protection in name only.
You could turn it into a need and wear it however you want.
A dickie of protection.
A nice jean jacket.
A crab shack bib of protection.
That's a front cloak.
Poncho. Just kind of hold it, throw it over your head, and you got a poncho.
Poncho
Oh.
of protection.
The
Come on.
ascot of protection.
That's amazing.
The piano key necktie.
So far, I think the dickie of protection is my favorite one.
I like that too.
Isn't that like the overalls, Dickies?
No, dickie is like it. You've seen Christmas Vacation?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, wait.
So the Uncle Randy wears one, and you can see it like under a shirt. It makes it look like you're wearing a shirt like underneath something else, but it's just like the top part of a shirt.
It's like a collar, isn't it? It's like a collar that comes out, and then you can see like the square around it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
It gives the illusion of wearing a shirt.
Because wearing a full shirt is really obnoxious.
You're asking too much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to find a
That's-
picture of him wearing this dickie now and share it in chat so you
Please
can.
do.
Yeah, I will.
That's hot.
Shitter's full. Okay. Do you have a day? Oh, keep discussing. If you've got magic items you need to allocate, please do by all means. I'm assuming somebody's keeping up with them because I delete old notes as I go for the majority of stuff.
My notes deleted themselves, so
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
All right, Matt, do you have Discord pulled up?
I do. Not.
Right. Oh, well, in the player only
No, I
chat,
do. No, I
I'm
do.
dropping a picture of him wearing
so
dickies.
good. It's like a turtleneck. I remember now.
Yeah, so you can
Oh yeah,
see.
you can see the outline.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's like a quarter poncho.
I'm just imagining him just only wearing that.
As it were. You know what? Yes, you can turn it into a quancho. But it still requires attunement.
Attunement.
It cannot be worn with a cloak of protection. So it makes no difference.
It's a cloak
That's
of
so awesome.
it's a quarter cloak of protection. So
Yeah.
it only gives
Plus
you 0.5.
0.25 on your
Yeah, 0.25, but we round down. So
So this, that'd be a neat magic item. Everything rounds up instead. No, that's actually kind of shitty.
it's like, wait, what? What happened?
Or do
Magic
it
item
again.
that allows you to roll up on everything instead of rounding down.
Ooh.
Yep, no, that's not worth it.
It's kind of a minimal.
Yeah,
Thing.
like it would be a point of damage every once in a while.
Well, yeah. Well, I was. My thought was, can I apply that to my financial transactions? Get everything rounded up by a penny. You know, do the Office Space thing.
The Superman 3 thing, get half a penny. Yeah. So Superman 3
yes.
was movie that.
Oh God.
Actually, Superman 3 as a kid creeped me out at the end.
Yep.
When they
Traumatized me.
like, oh man, like it was pretty scary, man.
They're filming the
It's
new
even
one in
by a
making
computer.
right now.
New Superman 3.
The new Superman, yeah.
No, I tried to care.
Saw the exertion.
No.
Behold the field where I grow my cares, and see that it is barren. I did change that a little bit. So, are y'all done juggling your items? So you don't have a cloak. Do you have an open attunement slot? I'll.
No.
Okay.
I'm
What
all
are your three?
tuned up too.
All right.
I have let's see, because I looked.
Ooh, getting an ad. Amazing.
I have a ruby of the war mage and the amulet of the devout, and then that staff.
Ruby the War Mage does not require attunement.
Just as it does on my character sheet.
Ruby of the War Mage does?
It's on here.
Okay. Well, if Roll20 says it does, then it does, but I didn't think it did.
Perhaps it did not, but then it did.
Okay.
Perhaps.
And then it was now.
I'm gonna leave it there because that's easier for me to think about.
What was the item that you keep trying to give me, Jamie? Some sort of gauntlets?
Yeah, the gauntlets of ogre strength.
Yeah.
But
But
you
right
got
now, I like my kit.
Not only requires attunement, but requires attunement by a spellcaster. So I couldn't
Okay.
attune it.
All right. Shoot. I didn't think it required, but it's a really neat item. It's a common item. It's a common magic item, but all right.
Oh, it allows you to use your weapon as a spellcasting focus.
Without taking the feat Warcaster.
That's cool. That's cool. Not even an anti-magic field causes it to fall off.
Because it's got buttons.
It's got a
Clasps and buttons.
Button did. It's like tick.
Velcro is unaffected by magic.
They have a Velcro that doesn't
Put that on a
clip.
t-shirt.
Velcro is magic.
They have stealth Velcro now, which I think is really cool.
They do?
Stealth Crow. Yeah, it's for. They made it for the military so they can. Because everything's attachable in the military. So,
So they can take their debit card out sneakily?
yeah, well, you know.
You'd never know they were gonna
Like
pay
you're
for it.
sneaking up to kill somebody, like, you get your dagger out. When they turn around, it kind of ruins the surprise. So now it's quiet stealth.
I'm concerned about the idea of stick-on grenades.
It's better than having them fall all over the floor.
I mean, that is true. Or have them rattling around in your bag.
Yeah, that's it.
You're just
Got the
walking
grenade
along,
sack.
walking along. You're tink tink tink. Oh no!
Clink, clink.
2015. The U.S. military has a secret. Well, not so. Silent Velcro.
You don't say.
I shouldn't. I'm sure they'll be breaking through the windows any minute now.
You gotta be careful.
Oh, look, CIA has entered the chat.
If they'd have used the Silent Velcro, we'd have never known.
The U.S. military has a secret, nearly silent type of Velcro, which reduces the ripping noise by over 95%.
So I'm going, he goes, which is much harder to hear in the night.
I know this isn't how sound work, but in my mind, like instead of making it quieter, it just reduced the amount of time. So you would rip all 95%, and the last 5 was like compress the sound.
It's just faster sound.
Yeah, it's just
instead of lower.
just a tiny little sound right
Just
at
leave
the
the
end.
last 5%.
Yeah.
Yeah, stow that
Still the
part.
same volume.
Stow that close so you don't accidentally unrip it. So,
Yep.
That's one of the failed best projects. Like, the amplitude is the same, but we've increased the frequency, sir. You know,
we got it to 99%, but it was much more
No
expensive
good.
and had the same amount of usefulness.
Let's regroup.
Their first attempt just made it scream.
Nope, louder is not a better option.
Okay.
Before we rest and I prepare this finding spell, do you want me to try to destroy this thing using my power of my god? I really can try it. If it doesn't work, I can just go to sleep.
Yeah. I
You have
mean,
today. I mean, you've literally got.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't done it today, so
if there is no downside,
Yeah. Is there
do we
any
want to destroy it?
drawback?
We don't want anything else to do with it.
I love the question. I haven't slept yet. You want me to ask God to destroy this thing? Yes.
I can't imagine why we would want to keep it around.
Right. I
since
would
it's
want
a
this
tool for the
destroyed.
ending of the world as we know it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's where my heart is.
Yeah. I say let's blow it up.
Okay. Is
Or,
that like
however Baori's going to do it.
is that like a D100 roll, Matt?
It is percentile. You need to roll a 12 or less for it to succeed.
Wow.
Or, 88 or higher, whichever your 12% you want. I'll let you choose.
I'll do lower because that's generally how I roll.
Okay.
It's easier to understand.
So 1 to 12. I know. So 1 to 12.
Here we go.
Success.
All right. I'm clicking D1. Yeah, D100.
First try.
Aw. Dang. Well, I'll just have to go to sleep. I didn't get it.
79. Yeah.
No.
Good.
But hang on.
Divine destruction request
do
is
it.
important to us.
So,
Cheer, cheer.
was that the Donkey Hee Haw? The Donkey
No.
Christmas song?
No. Anyway.
And she's not going to repeat it.
Nope.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that was all really I had to contribute to the day. So.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
As far as information gathering, I guess before we go to sleep, could we consult the shoot? I can't remember bloody wizard's name.
I don't know American Sign Language. You're going to have to use your words.
Khaldun?
Khaldun, that's the one.
How was it?
Yes, our wizard. That's
Consult him for
about coral chameleon. What is it? Karan Corral. Carmen chameleon.
essentially, you could do the same thing. You have access to the library, so you could do it,
Okay, yeah, but
or any of you guys could do it.
Verizon's no longer smart Verizon, so
Oh, you did take the circlet off.
yeah. If I have to attune to the S
The
word,
squad.
yeah.
All right. Well
Less
then,
thinklets, more smashing.
Yeah, I was actually kind of thinking that it gave him the ability to remember things more often. So after some of this like crap that they've been through, and then let's see, like that the incident where he was taken over and started attacking Alma. He's been sitting and just kind of rubbing the gem on that thing for a while, and then now that he's got a fair excuse to do it, he's happy to take it off. So maybe those memories aren't quite as vivid in his mind, and now
imagine everything just becomes a little hazy, a little foggier. Like even concepts, like someone tells you something, like, yeah, Interesting.
Jamie
Okay.
has just devised a meta way to not take notes.
I thought you were going to say, and he's been thinking all this time, if I had a magic sword, I could have taken her.
It evolves to a more simplistic way of thought.
So then he swapped out his loadout and he's ready to go.
I should have killed her when I had the chance.
he takes the sword, lights it on fire, and it's like, now what was I doing again?
Ooh. Just stare at the wall.
Matt,
Yep.
do we have... I would like to send a message to Celeste, because it's been in my notes forever that
Okay.
I wanted to do that.
Tell me what you
do
do.
we have a known address for her or something? Like, do we know how to get a message to her?
Excuse me.
Does she have a property in Cauldron?
No, she was from out of town, and it's been a minute, but I'm almost certain she's from Sasserine. So she's a good week's travel away by cart or horse on the coast. No, she when she was here, she was staying at one of the ritzy hotel places, and she was a guest. She was a guest of Lord Volantrus while she was here. but she was only here for like a day or so.
Yeah, he's grumpy with us. Yeah, I'll pen a letter to Celeste then.
Okay.
And I'll hand it over to the post. I'm not sure if the post is running between Cauldron and Sasserine, given that last we heard there was a dragon in between those two cities.
It still goes, but it doesn't always get there.
Okay.
No, it's still being sent. Actually, in this kind of setting, I would say it's done magically. You know, you could do like have somebody cast sending or something. You know, go to a church, or I mean, I'm sure they have the slow mail, snail mail, but like the email could be, "Can you cast a spell and send a message to somebody?" So you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they've got the route that goes, and you probably wouldn't hear back for 2 to 3 weeks.
It's fine. I think the last we heard, she was having some kind of family trouble, so Tarathiel just wants to send her a letter saying, like, hey, hope everything's doing okay. Thinking of you.
Okay.
Do you want to be my girlfriend? Check yes or no.
Excellent.
Nah, that's not the pro strat. You phrase it. Do you want to be my girlfriend? Yes or yes.
Or yes, please.
It's not
That
how
works, right,
consent
Rachel? Works every time.
Nailed it.
works. Acceptable answer.
You know, oddly, that reminds me of a quick scene in Critical Role, and it was back when the dragon sorcerer dude was fond of it, and
Irrelevant.
yeah, and he was basically hitting on somebody, and you got Sam Riegel here who's playing Scanlan, and you know this I can't remember the character's name, but anyway, he succeeds basically, and like they're having this moment, and then you know Orion, that's his name, the character, the actor, whatever. He's like fumbling, and then Scanlan just kind of turns and goes, "Walk away, just walk away." He's like, "I'm walking away." He's like, "Walk away." You know, like you succeeded. You had a good conversation. There's something there. Walk away. Just walk away. I thought that was good.
Leave them wanting more. Always leave them wanting more.
Yeah. All right. So that takes you an hour. That's no big deal. You go, you write it, or unless you want to spend like time doing the perfect letter, but that's easy, no problem. Anybody else have anything they'd like to do for the day?
Do we need to top off on any of our just like expendable kind of potions and things like that? I know we used a couple. We used a couple of big
Probably.
ones. I don't know that we'd be able to replace those, but I'm looking through my inventory now, and I don't. I still have one potion of healing supreme, but nothing smaller than that.
So Sky's no longer in business in Cauldron,
Yeah,
but
she
Weird, but Weir's Elixirs has always been available. It's just purely all the potions. I mean, all the potions.
I mean, we did get. Ike had a bunch. Did we consume all of them? He had 3 potions of healing, D4 plus 4.
Maybe
Chalmers had 2 potions of
we
healing,
wrote those
44 plus
down,
4.
but we didn't distribute them.
But you should still have.
Both of them
'cause
had
you
a
got 'em
potion of
after the fight.
invisibility.
Yeah, you
There
got
was a shield of faith.
bunch of stuff. Did y'all write it down? I do still have those notes. I can go back over that again.
Yeah, we got 5 4d4 plus 4 healing potions. So
Okay.
Several potions of invisibility, several scrolls. They had,
Yeah.
of course, you're using some of it, but they had some magic items as well. Well, that's what I have played. Yeah. The Amulet of Necromancy, Skull of Whispered Secrets, like all these different things.
Scepter of Necromantic Command.
These boys were all about the dead.
yeah, what are the healing
Well,
potions?
good news for them. They are now dead.
They're good with themselves. 44 plus 4. I think somebody said there's 5 of them total. Sounds about right.
5
Do,
total.
do we each want to just get do we want to get like 3 more so we each have 2?
Sure.
How much are those going to cost us?
The 44 plus 4 are 500 apiece.
Okay.
And you don't really have a relationship with Weirs, and because of prices and taxation, they're 550 apiece.
Okay.
Which you guys are stupid for.
Texas!
Yeah. Taxes are hitting everybody.
Silly inflation.
Yeah, we didn't get any coins from that, from the Temple of Weejas, did we?
No, neither of the priests were carrying any money.
Okay. That's
They were on a mission from God.
From God. It's midnight. Gonna drive all night. Wearing dark glasses. Have to take gas. Let's go.
all right.
Try to see if that's everything. Yep. You got like 5 scrolls. You get those. Potion of invisibility.
Yeah, we've got Blight, Bestow Curse, Inflict Wounds.
Yeah, 2 blights, 2 wounds, and 1 bestow curse.
Do you want those, Alma? Or those?
There was on one character. There was also another character that had 2 lesser restorations, a death ward and a greater restoration.
Yeah, you want a bunch of scrolls, Alma?
Yes.
You like to read, right? Here you go.
Yes, I do.
Scrolls are great. Potions are.
Now I want a world where scrolls are like comics. Like you just have a pull list. Every month you go into the shop and go to your box. Okay, what comics did I get? What scrolls have I got this month? Basically, I'm sick of picking spells, and I'm just looking for other mechanisms. Like, how can I deal with this?
Right.
That's why I'm playing a rogue.
I'm scrolling back through my notes here, and I have episode 101. Alma cast Dispel Magic. Period. That's it.
That was the whole episode.
Well,
Let's see what I got for 101. I got combat continues, mayhem ensues, the portal remains open. Those are the 3 sentences in my session 101.
Oh, that was the fight in down south.
Red Gorge.
Red Gorge. Yeah.
Yeah, the next
Oh, that
line
means
in my
I
notes
failed.
is the next line in my notes is Farazan is hasted with about 17 exclamation points, and then the next thing is Blue Duke inventory, and I was like, haha, success.
Success.
It
Okay.
just says Alma blends the battlefield with Spirit Guardians.
Just melt.
We should publish these as a book.
That's pretty funny.
All right.
No one will read it.
All right, I'm going to mark the 244 potions. I think that's supreme healing or greater healing.
Greater, I think. Yeah. I never can remember those names.
Supreme
Yes.
is 10d4.
That's the big one.
Yeah.
2d4
We still got
plus
one of those.
20, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like 2d4 plus 4, 44 plus 4, 8d4 plus 8, or something like that. Or 2d4 plus 2, something like that. Yeah.
Did
4,
somebody
8,
use one of the supreme ones?
Yeah, I think I did.
I think one of you guys did, because I remember making the comment that you drinking that one Supreme was the equivalent of every other healing potion Farazan has ever drunk.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
value. In value.
All right. The N key on my keyboard is starting to go bad, and that's very annoying, apparently. Writing things down.
It's a
Isn't
weird
that the
key
most
spell.
common consonant?
N?
Is it?
I don't know. I thought S was.
Maybe.
It is on my keyboard because it's back on role playing games.
Oh,
You know,
I meant like in words.
I know. I know.
Okay.
In normal people speak.
I feel like I remember that detail from like a Stephen King book or something, and now I'm gonna have to look that up. So, bear
Well,
with me.
Wheel of Fortune has the RSTLNE.
That's
that's
true.
Yeah,
Most
I'm
common.
looking it up right now.
Whenever I do Wordle, I do a lot of RSTLNEs. Words that have that stuff. I think I use REST A lot is my first word. WREST.
Seems like it would be like. I feel like S probably is more popular than N. I don't know why I have that in
Thought
my
it
head.
was. I don't know. I know E is the most common vowel.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's S.
Is S.
So I just said that and it didn't mean anything. So moving on. I don't know why that was in my head.
Shall we continue?
Anywho,
Yeah, Fairzone's going to take or go over to see Khaldun and ask, making research. Shoot, I forgot the name of it already.
Run Corral.
Corral, yeah.
What's that?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll get on that. What, like,
Just Google it.
context? Yeah.
That's where the soul cage was crafted.
Oh, I thought it was down in the burn basement.
I don't know. I can't remember that.
It's
we go.
possible.
Oh,
The same thing.
You don't have your smart crystal on.
I don't. But I have this nice new sword, and he lights it on fire in the library.
In the library.
So, based on Khaldun, who always carries a great sword and loves fire, his eyes just go, whoa, that's awesome.
It's like, I want it.
Can I hold it?
Then you
I mean,
you
want
just
me
hear
to-
a librarian in the corner. Point to a sign.
that's amazing. Now
No
get out.
flaming
No
swords.
flames in her. No light flames
There's
in
a,
the
there's a
library.
specific sign for
They
just
get
the
out,
type of
they get out a chisel and walk over to the side with the rules. And they start chipping no flaming great swords into the rules of the library.
It's been 0 days without incident.
He turns around and says, okay, class dismissed.
Yeah.
She like holds the thing really fast.
Everybody get out.
A light
he
flame
puts
in
them
the
in the
library was like a big plot point in the first Patrick Rothfuss Kingkiller book. Like a guy,
Hmm.
the main character, both had like a candle in a library and got banned from it for months.
Yep, you got busted.
Makes
Well, it's
sense.
kind of weird that they named the biggest library in all of Forgotten Realms Candle Keep.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
remember.
he wants to hold the sword like just like, yeah, this is nice.
Yeah. He'll hand it over.
Yeah, he feels with it. It's like, this is cool.
He
Flames
makes
on,
the
flames off.
warm noises.
He hands it back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'll
does
see what I
it
can
stay
find out.
lit? Does it stay lit in his
Every
hands,
elephant's weapons
even though he's
almost
not
the
attuned
last
to
day.
it?
No, I would say that once he releases his grasp with the sword, the flame's going to go out.
Oh, poor Khaldun.
Yeah, he would
Like,
hate
you hand it
that.
over, it's like,
You'll have to do that thing like parents,
batteries
like
are dead.
dads do to their young t-ballers, and like stand behind him and reach around, swing the sword, give him the full experience.
give him the ghost experience.
Yeah.
Shake.
Just hold, keep holding the. Yeah, he keeps one hand on it. It's like, no, I can't
So
let
you
go.
got it. You're like, okay, now grab my hands,
Uh-huh,
swing
uh-huh.
to the left, and swing to the right.
I can't quit you, Khaldun.
Oh gosh. Oh, I do have to say one thing. I was watching the movie Nobody. Have you guys seen that one? Bob
Yeah.
Odenkirk. In the scene where he's in that machine shop and he's setting all the traps, and all the explosions are going off, and he hides behind the door and he looks up and it says 0 days, like 150 days since no accidents. He just wipes it clean. Because all the booby trips are going off. It's hilarious.
What's it called?
Nobody.
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 It was
Yeah,
a
it's really
weird
good.
role for
It's like,
Odenkirk, but he pulled it off.
Yeah,
Is it the one the cover was getting punched.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I've seen that. It was good.
Yep.
That was actually really good.
yeah. It's one of those things that I put it on the other night when I was doing something. I was like, yeah, keep forgetting how good this movie is. Anyway,
So-
yeah,
You
That's
burned
what
down the
Farazan's gonna do. But he's not gonna catch the library on fire.
Excuse me, gentlemen, you need to take that outside.
Yeah. It's all right. It's all right. I'm an evoker. Yeah.
You roll.
Give me a couple of days. I'm going to be skirting from scratch, so I might have to do some referencing. But I'll find out. I'll see what I can find out.
the only other name that I know of associated with. I suspect Farazan probably has that coffin with him because he was be the only one that could carry it around.
You wouldn't have gotten into the Blue Crater Academy with that coffin.
With the
That would have
coffin?
stopped you. Yeah, no, that would have stopped you.
Can I check
It's my
this?
emotional support coffin.
It has a vest.
Got it on a chain, just dragging it around.
Walks through the front door and just as he's dragging it across.
It's like Men in Black when he drags the chair across during the test.
Those are fine in the library, by the way. There's no rules against coffins.
Not yet.
As long as it's not on fire.
Not until tomorrow.
Come in the next day, somebody's painting a sign. No.
Mhm.
Caw.
That's funny.
I mean, Jindy won't care so much if you leave it there to go take care of something, but she doesn't want you leaving it in the church like overnight or something like that.
Yeah, I figured the best place to put it would be go back down to the lair and drop it in that.
Hang on, I thought you already did.
In the blender.
Because you got a cart
We did.
and you threw a blanket over it. You took it through the. Yeah, you've already taken
Oh,
it
yeah.
down there. That's right.
We did take it down there, but I think, did we have to bring it back because Jonia wasn't going to come down to the murder basement or something?
Well, Alma cast the spell though. The legend lore.
All right, restart this
Yeah,
episode.
whenever we're done with it, we'll take it down there and drop it in the what was the with the
blender?
leeches, the blender, the leeches.
Yeah, the death blender. Like, yeah, it was weird. Bleach things. No, they're dead. Those are dead.
They're dead.
They're dead. They haven't been fed. Like, you're not constantly feeding it flesh, are you?
I wasn't.
Yeah.
Are we?
There's one.
I don't know about anybody else, but
I mean, it's been over a
Let me
year,
check my
well
notes.
over a year. Like, you guys are feeding this thing on a regular basis. They do die out.
Oh, okay.
So it's just an empty pit with like desiccated blood leech bodies all in it. Really.
When you go on holidays and come back in the aquarium, everything's dead in there.
they can't live off taco scraps.
What happened to my blood leeches?
There's just one huge one. And they're like,
Like the, it's like the apex predator of the blood leeches who take everything else.
Guys, the blood leech is getting out. Okay.
Yeah, those things are dead.
Trathor goes down the to-do list, and where it's got feed blood leeches, it's like item 527, it just crosses it out and then adds buy more blood leeches.
Oh,
Where
man.
would we even get those?
That store
Sure, we can
closed
source
months
them.
ago. You what?
I said I'm sure we could source them.
I'm sure you
I
could.
bet those,
Yeah, I
I
can
bet
figure it
those are
out.
taxed really heavily. In this economy, blood leeches, seriously?
Or maybe
So-
we'll just stick it in the back of the spider cave.
I do distinctly remember you did get a cart because you were going to have some trouble getting to the gate, and you're like, "Oh, we got a cart." I'm like, yeah, so no problem.
Okay.
But as far as I know, you guys did take it down to the murder basement, and that's where you cast legend lore. So yeah,
Okay.
that's where
We just
it's
sink
right
it. We
now.
do have a lake.
You do have
That's
a lake.
littering.
It's got like that weird filmy,
It's our lake.
like an Alien, Alien 4, where they're trying to break through the water. It's kind of like
Yep.
that. Not you. It would sound like like that weird film they had to break through. Or was that 5? I think it's 4.
I don't know that one either.
Ah!
Fuck.
It's where they're. It's when this
Wait,
guy.
hang on. Jamie's seen Alien 1 and 2, right?
Yes.
So you haven't seen 4. Have you seen 3?
No, you guys said to stop after 2 because they got worse after that.
That is the
they
best
do,
advice.
But if you
That's why I haven't
if you
gone
are
into
going to watch
one
3, watch the director's cut.
Absolutely, I was
It's
yes,
better.
so much better. It had so much of that movie. It's quite literally a different movie with the director's cut. It's good,
Okay.
not great, but good.
Well, it's
It's no
behind
worries.
Man on Fire and Unstoppable. So
What kind of alphabetical order is that?
Huh? It's the order that which you mentioned the movies today.
Oh, I see.
Duh.
So,
I open a tab each time somebody says a movie that I've never seen.
Doing his homework.
The path from Nobody to Man on Fire to Unstoppable just tells its own story, really.
I didn't have to open a tab for that one. I knew that one.
What a weird triple bill.
Okay.
Okay. So that's already done.
Yep.
You talked to Khaldun. He's going to start working on it, but it will take several days to get. Because he's never even heard an inkling. Nobody has heard of anything about this.
Okay. I think. Yeah. So the only other thing he would say is just send us a sending. Sending is that would be what it would be called in the.
Probably do a message. A cantrip might be enough to say, I got some info at least, or like an abridged version of the wiki.
Okay. Yeah. Send us the information. We are hopefully going in search of it ourselves.
Oh, okay. Yeah, as soon as I hear something, I will message you.
Okay. Excellent. And that's all Farazan wanted.
And pluck some hair out of your head.
And he went, ow.
Actually, you don't have hair.
He doesn't have hair.
Rips your ear off.
A bony spur.
He pulls out a tooth. Use this. It's Bluetooth.
Oh.
Get out.
I'll message you. What's your blood type? He did say something which has me concerned though. Like you mentioned the fact that the cages were constructed in the meta basement. Like, is there a chance? And this is more to the players than to the characters. We might be living in Duran Corral.
It was built in the murder basement. Did I miss that?
Some cages.
We
were.
found evidence of cages being constructed there.
You know that the murder basement was an old dwarven. You know what the murder basement was. Like, I can't remember distinctly like the names, but you have the name of the murder basement. You saw the. This is not Karan Corral. Your murder basement is not Karan Corral. No. Be a lot cooler for us, though. That's the idea. Yeah. Like, how did we not see that secret door?
Yeah. I mean, the guys, our minions are down there like scrubbing and cleaning it up, and they just are uncovering things, and and there's a tile floor that spells out "Welcome to Karan Corral."
Big X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shacklebone, welcome.
So we're gonna sleep, try to blow it up again, and then try to cast the find the path.
Find the
Can
path.
you do those
I think so.
So you can ask Baori to destroy it and also cast find the path same day? Is the
No.
Baori thing a spell?
Yeah, actually I can. One is like an ability that I have once a day. It's part of like Channel Divinity, and the other is like just a high level spell that I only have one slot for.
Gotcha.
So at the end of a day that we don't need your high level spell slot, then we'll just say, oh, by the way, destroy the coffin thing.
If you get some
Yeah.
time,
Unless there would be something else that I would need to try to roll below
Yeah.
12 on.
Be like, let's,
That would have to be
make
kind of
it-
dire.
Have Baori make it really loud so it scares the crap out of cowards.
I can also commune if you have any questions. That we have any pressing questions, and that's a ritual. That's something I can just do in the morning.
Ask where we can get blood leeches.
refresh out.
We need a blood leech plug.
Discount blood leeches. We could go get some from Rent a Blood Leech.
Ask the coupon code if I add my email.
Yeah. Baori,
leech
do we have a blood leech group me?
10% off and
Groupon?
free shipping on your first order.
Buy 499, get the 500 free.
Exactly. And that's really a steal when you think about blood leeches.
I mean, at the rate we're through them.
That last one could be the one. You just don't know.
Yeah.
The king. You never know.
Those boxes
Nobody's
are all
ever found a
random.
King of the blood leeches.
You never know.
Okay.
Okay.
But if there
so-
are, I have 3 questions I can ask. But if there are not, we can go on about it as we had planned.
Yeah, so you could do that today and tomorrow. I mean, like
Mhm.
both, right?
Yep.
You could do it multiple times a day, but the 25% chance to be failure or whatever after that. Right?
Yeah.
Per day.
Basically, she can start either not answering or being dishonest.
Yeah, it's like, would you please shut up?
Get off
Go
my
outside
back.
and play.
God left you on red.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. So, anything else this current day?
Yeah, I don't
Rest of the
think so.
night, preparing. Pass or not pass without trace. Find the path, and you're also going to do below
I'll
it,
try it.
artifact. Okay.
Yeah,
And are you also going to do commune with?
that's kind of
Below?
up to everybody else because I don't really know what to ask. Like, I don't know what our pressing questions are that aren't like. I mean, find the path is kind of what we decided will get us on our way, right?
Yeah. I
Yes.
mean,
Anything else we need to know?
the only thing I would be thinking to ask is, well, no. Weren't we told that the ritual was happening in Cauldron? That's why we
That was
rushed back.
several, like a week ago.
Do we know if that was completed or if we interrupted it?
You don't know.
Okay, so there's a question for your commune. Did we stop the ritual in Cauldron? Or did we stop the cage rite ritual?
Cage rights. Yep.
Okay. Did we stop the cage rite ritual? Yes, Kamar. Baori. What do we need to know next?
Yeah.
What?
What do we
Advice,
do?
please. Did we ever find out what happened to, is it Ambrol?
Ambrol Ulastani, the head of the Lujas Temple.
Yeah. Because
All he
we
knows is she's
found
been
evidence that she's gone for longer than had been reported. She's
Correct.
been gone a while.
So is she alive or is that
You don't have that info.
Where is she?
Yeah, she just knows she's been gone.
are they yes or no or are they short answer?
Supposed to be yes or no, but
Yeah, but I explained a bit.
Which we appreciate.
yes.
That's more fun, I think.
So do we want to
Where
know where she is or if she's alive?
I think where she is.
Yeah, if she's
I'd be-
here, then that would beg the question.
Here,
if
like
she is
on this
alive.
plane?
Yeah, or in Cauldron.
Any of those answers. I would just ask where she is.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
What's her name?
Ambrol
Ambrol.
Girl.
Ulastani, which is close to Aurora.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I was pronouncing it in the Elvish way.
I was about to say it's a different dialect.
Oh, I apologize for this, but the day where we were trying to fit the yesterday when we were trying to figure out what else to do, Farazan would have gone back to the Temple of Weejaws and well, no, the Todd Vanderboren was waiting to be resurrected, right?
He was.
I guess he may have sent a message to the Cauldron Vanderborens that
That's the Vanderborns. Yep.
yes, and just to let them know that there's been an incident. The resurrection may be delayed.
Okay. How do you send a message?
I don't know.
Okay.
Find a page or somebody, because obviously this is a well-known family.
Messages are us.
Yeah, messages are us.
Okay.
Rent a page. I don't know.
Can
Give a street urchin 5 gold and say go tell them that.
You'll
I
never
was
see
gonna
that
say,
kid again.
We have access to a crap ton of orphans. Just use one of them.
Is that an imperial?
We got a
or
cloak of
metric
protection
pack?
for them.
Got a
Slap a cloak on an orphan and off they go.
Here, put these gloves on. Wait for an hour. Now go.
Orphan strong.
Yeah. But yeah, so he would send a messenger. I don't know what the. He doesn't have any magic, so he would just like find this person.
Okay. So I'm gonna. There's got to be some sort of messaging system in Cauldron. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that. It is done.
I mean, at the very least, Farazan will walk out on the streets like, "I need to send a message to someone. Here's 5 gold to whoever can get it done first."
Don't you have a cantrip that boosts your voice too, or is that something that
I don't think he's-
Alma was doing for you?
Yeah, that's not a him thing.
And definitely Alma can do it. It's part of thaumaturgy.
Alma just walks to their house and tells them like a normal person.
Your kids at the church.
Pockets the 5 gold. Easy money.
Hold on, I need to mark that on my sheet. -5 gold.
I take the money and run.
Now we only have a large fortune.
Okay, many more questions?
I don't have any.
Can Baori make a wearable cloak of protection, Dickie?
It's
But
a-
you can.
What was the
Why
word?
won't you destroy my coffin?
Immediately, it just radio silence, and I have no more power. She finally found the question even Maori wouldn't answer.
You just hear a nod and like, I just can't do this today.
Just one long
Not
sigh.
today.
A deithic
I'm not
sigh.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
Just trying to feel out the extent of her powers. That's all.
How
Oh,
powerful
a
could
real
she
god could do it.
Yeah.
be?
I heard Wee Jas would do it.
All right. Well, then I can just ask the 2, and
And the classic "How are you?" as your third.
of course.
Yeah.
Well, that's implied at this point. We're kind of cool, so
Yeah.
okay.
All right. So first you're gonna do is commune and talk to God. So what's your first question?
Did we stop the cage rites, ritual, and cauldron?
Delayed.
Hmm. It would be presumptuous to ask how long,
Yes.
because I haven't actually. Okay. Shoot. Okay. Dang it! My second question. Where is Zembral Alistani?
Who?
There's a slight pause. It's hard to tell.
Okay. Well. As always, I felt pretty good about that, so I hope you did too, and I'll see you tomorrow around
Yes.
this time.
You feel like a ephemeral, but just and dirt because she's like earth. So,
Oh, like a little wind circle.
yeah, like a little sprig goes out of your hair.
Ah, okay. I cry. I weep. It's very moving.
Ah, for an hour and a half straight, just like bawling your eyes out.
That would be pretty cool.
It's like
Um,
the weird Baori's weird version of like a stigmata or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Stigmata.
Stigmata.
Stigmata,
That's
yeah,
funny.
there you go. That's good.
And now you want to blow up a minor artifact.
I'll give it a shot. I should have asked her to double this roll.
Oh.
Let's see. She would have said no. She
Probably not.
doesn't roll at me like that. Here we go.
Here we go.
Nope, even worse.
85. All right. It's not a good or a bad. It's just a yes or no. You know, it's
Fine.
very binary. Answer. The request is obviously heard, and it's just responded with. Now's not the time.
I should have started with
Denied.
that instead of the questions.
Thematically.
You know?
It's the family view.
Okay. And then I guess if everybody's ready, I can go ahead and cast this. Find the path. I haven't cast it before. I'm not super
Wait,
familiar with
the
it.
path. Okay. It's 1 minute casting time. It lasts a day. It is concentration.
Okay.
It allows you to find the shortest, most direct physical route to the specific fixed location that you are familiar with on the same plane of existence. If you name the destination on another plane, a destination that moves, such as a mobile fortress, or a destination that isn't specific, such as the Green Dragon's Lair, the spell fails. For the duration, as long as you are on the same plane of existence as the destination, you know how far it is and what direction it lies. While you're traveling there, whenever you're presented with a choice of paths along the way, you automatically determine which path is the shortest and most direct route, but not necessarily the safest route to the destination. So you basically have Google Maps.
Cool. Do we have all of our I don't want to waste time with getting a cart and getting all this. How are we just going on foot, or what's the how are we traveling before I cast it?
With style.
Oh,
Rapidly.
I'm traveling by Fairzon. I don't know about the rest of y'all.
piggyback.
Yeah, I mean horses. If Fairzon can ride a horse, then on horseback. It's a big horse.
Clydesdale.
It's Clydesdale. There we go.
Spectra will be, yeah. There's something else. This spell, Matt, does it? Once we ask it the location of this thing, do we have to recast it every day to stay on track, or is it
No.
we just know in
So
perpetuity? kind of
she's
thing?
just, I mean, for lack of a better purpose, she just pulls up Google Maps and she has it for 24 hours, has to maintain concentration. So as soon as she casts it, she immediately goes, oh, well, it's 4 miles. It's that direction. And the best way to go is that way. And we have a fork in the road. Well, we need to take a right. It's shorter. She just instinctively, by the way the spell, knows where to go, how to get there, but not really any problems or hindrances in the way. So you wouldn't know if there's a speed trap, if there's a wreck on the road.
So, but I'm saying after that 24-hour period, does she lose that sense of direction entirely? So it
Yeah,
has to
she
be
just
recast?
has to recast. Yep.
Okay.
Well, I have to rest to recast in this current situation.
But it lasts an entire day, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Mhm.
as long as you can maintain concentration for that day, you should be golden.
She gets smacked by some wayward tree branch, and
Yeah,
now
I'm
we don't
feeling
know
like
where we are anymore.
right
Yeah.
or something. I'm just
I
kidding.
mean, worst case, you just have to stop, rest, and recast.
Yeah, that's true.
So
All right.
you cast it.
Let's go.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Hominigrits, you cast the spell, and you immediately know that it is underground. It's about 4 miles away, and the quickest way to get there right now is to go through Jadaroon down into the Malachite Fortress and into the Underdark.
Underdark.
Oh,
you
so
say?
that door we didn't open.
Yep.
It was scary.
Great.
I think the Underdark is my favorite terrain. I have to look this back up now.
What does that do in 5e? I don't even know.
So, proficiency is doubled for proficient skills when you make an intelligence or wisdom check related to it while traveling for an hour or more. Difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel. Your group can't become lost except by magical means. You remain alert to danger even when you're engaged in another activity. You can move stealthily at a normal pace by myself. You find twice as much food while foraging, and while tracking creatures, you learn the exact number, sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area. And I do have Underdark selected.
So the nice thing is, on the off chance that Almeg loses concentration, you won't get lost.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a huge deal. And I'm only bringing up the map just kind of throwback from the first time. Actually, you guys don't even have the map up, so it's no big deal. But I brought up Jadaroon map.
Oh,
Just to look at
throwback.
it.
Khaldun's in the elevator.
What are you doing down here?
I never left.
So many trapped locks.
Somebody has so many doors. Let's see.
But yeah, it makes sense for just for given Spetro's background, that the Underdark is a place that he's pretty familiar with.
Very much. I don't think I still have the map of Malachite Fortress, so it doesn't matter. Like you go to Kelvin.
Kelv's Locks?
Yeah,
It's no longer Kelv's Locks.
Keegan Gelf, right? Yeah,
Keegan
that's-
Gelf.
yeah. I think it was name. Gelf's Locks. The guards are still there. You know, they took over the place after you notified that like there's people being kidnapped and murdered down here. So, but you guys are on really good standing with the entire military forces, as it were. They just kind of nod at you and wave you on in. I mean, they don't question you at all. Go
Well,
down.
we killed the half that didn't like us, so.
You're not even sure if they know that. Travel doesn't word fast.
Right.
so, you know,
Yep.
You're
Nice word salad. Put all the words in a bowl and toss them.
You're down the Shadow Room. You make your way through. You take the elevator down to the Malachite Fortress, which quite literally you go into a large room, if I remember correctly, and then you've got that giant statue of the dwarven statue. This is a room where you fought the chain golem.
Yeah, the one that was covered in chains that tried to eat Fezan.
Yep, and it's actually part of it is still on your staff. You incorporated that into the magic staff. And then you've got the door, which is barred from the inside, and there are guards down here. Like, not a ton. I don't mean it's like a fortress, but there are people down here just keeping an eye on things. And again, they, somebody's there to do the elevator. They let you down. Somebody's at the bottom. They nod at you, and you just basically they don't even ask. They don't try to hinder you or stop you or anything. Go through. You see the door, and it is, like I said, it's double barred. There's a guard in here, and he looks at you when you're here. It's like, is there anything I can do for you?
You can open the door.
But okay, all right, okay. And he goes over and he lifts it, drops it off, and the door swings open. And Alma, your brain's like, go straight, follow the arrows, and essentially, you go into the Underdark.
We should probably set up a system so that this guy can let us back in. Secret knock sort of thing. Three short, 3 long.
We can do a
Shave and haircut.
challenge.
Challenge.
Challenge, yeah. You say something and I respond.
Okay.
And only we know what the answer is.
Wouldn't you have to challenge us? We know who you are.
Well, I
This
wouldn't
side
know
of
if
the
you're
door should be
here
safe.
if we say something, but like passwords.
Okay. What's the password?
That sounds fun.
He smiles. Farazan.
Excellent. Let's go.
Good thing
Wait,
nobody else
wait.
knows that word.
You have to give me a word as
Yeah.
well.
Fair's on.
We
Uh,
we know this side of the door is safe.
Anybody else?
Alright,
Just someone else I can talk to.
well, I mean, if you're going to use Fezan's name, then the response has to be Kalraktamasha.
Oh God.
He already forgot it. Write it down on a piece of paper.
He's just writing it down on his arm. That's a
All
long
the way up
word.
to his elbow.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't remember if you added more syllables, but that's what it says in your character sheet. So.
Okay.
Funny feeling you did add more at some point.
I thought you did. I thought you had another 2-letter syllable for something. I don't remember what it was though.
I don't remember. I don't have it in my notes if I've done that.
It was a group fever dream. So you get through, walk through the doors, and it's pulled shut, and you hear the slack go back down. So
Test the
essentially,
password. Just to make see.
Let's go. Let's go.
I forgot my wallet.
that's not the password. Arrow bolts. So essentially, with find the path, you just walk and you know exactly which direction to go. And the path, it's like I said, it's about 4 miles away and it's about a mile deep. So you're going to be winding around, and about halfway through, which it's only a couple hours. It doesn't take you that long to go this part of the trip. You get to a part where it's now going underwater. You're going to have to travel underwater for a while.
Are we in the like true Underdark on this side of the doors? That's what we are. Is that what the door was? Is the barrier between the Underdark and the not Underdark?
Yeah, I mean, it's like not right behind the door is the Underdark, but it's you walk 100 yards and you're there. You're there.
Okay.
But you're in the Underdark, very much.
Yeah. Spectro is gonna cast Pass Without Trace on us.
Okay.
Cost him. I think I'm looking at back up. It cost me key, but the spell just lets us basically move and not be trackable except by magical means. We all basically mechanically, it's everybody gets a +10 to stealth.
Okay. Very, very sneaky and untrackable. Yep. All right. And how long does that last?
It's up to an hour.
Okay. So you get about an hour into the trip, and Alma's like, okay, we got about another 3 miles, and your spell wears off. If you want to recast it, that's fine. And then,
So you said it was 4 miles from where we left Cauldron?
like 4 miles vertically, 1 mile, 4 miles horizontally, 1 mile vertically. So kind of, like a nice 10% decline if it were a straight line kind of thing.
Okay.
But you're hitting switchback. You're hitting large rooms. Like it's not like just an empty, hole in the. You're not just digging through. You come to some terrain. You come to some larger rooms. But this part, as close it is to Malachite Fortress, you know that the other adventure group came down through here months and months ago, trying to find the insane dwarf. They came the wrong way, so this area feels slightly patrolled. Like you're tracking. You've got this amazing ability in the dark to just notice everything, like survival skills and things like that. There's not a whole lot of wildlife for the first half of this trip.
Okay.
Right.
I'll reserve it for when Spectro would get the feeling like a little bit of caution will go a long way where we are.
Okay. So about 2 hours into it, you feel about 3 hours, about halfway through the trip, is when you get to where the path veers off from another way, but the path goes down underwater. So at this point, you're not sure how long you're going to be traveling underwater.
I do have, hold on. I have a potion of bottled breath.
What's that do?
Contains the breath of an elemental air. When you inhale it, you either exhale it or hold it in. If you exhale the breath, you gain the effect of the gust of wind spell, but if you hold it, you don't need to breathe for an hour.
Okay.
Oh,
That's handy.
Yeah.
You got any more?
I just have the one.
good scout.
Have fun.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, yeah, I can, swim. Maybe what I do first before using the potion is hold my breath the natural way, see how far I can get before turning back to see if I need a magical means of getting to the other side where we can breathe.
Okay.
So Spectral, go for a swim. See.
Take a deep breath, inhale some air elemental.
Not yet.
Okay.
I think he's just going to see if he can just on his own. I mean, his movement speed is what, half underwater?
Yeah, unless you have a swim speed.
Without a swim speed?
And you can hold your breath for 3 minutes.
Yeah. So, I'll swim as far as I can. If my distance is, represented by X, I'll swim half of X on my just natural breath. That way I make sure I
So
get back.
you're staying safe.
Yeah.
Right? Go half your distance, come back.
Yeah, and I do the classic Spectro thing. I tie a piece of rope to my foot and give the other side to Farazan,
Okay.
just in case.
Is it like, what, 50 feet?
Oh yeah, that's true. Everybody, give me a rope. No, yeah, he's just gonna play the first swim. He's gonna play it pretty safe.
Okay. So you take a deep breath, you underwater, and it's deep enough to where the tunnel doesn't get any bigger or smaller. It just kind of declines, and you can feel a mild, like very very soft current. It's not pushing you or hindering you, but you can tell it's enough that there's a flow of water going, and you're walking with the flow as you go. But you go easily. What you feel is like, I need to turn around, and you have not. It's still, the tunnel continues beyond your vision, and you don't see, you haven't noticed any pockets of air or anything. Like, you're underwater for the full minute and a half, however long you decide.
Yeah.
Your time out there. When you determine, it's like, okay, I got to get back. I'm starting to, and you come back, no problems. You come back kind of like gasping for air. It's been 3 minutes, but yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I mean, I'm, the one of the fastest folks in the group, and I couldn't get to air on my breath. I have a way of magically being able to explore further, but it would just be me doing that. So I don't see the sense in us all going for a swim. I don't know what the sense is of me using the potion of heat or the bottled breath to find out. Yeah, there's a path. There's an air pocket 10 minutes in that direction when only I could reach it. So we may need to find another way.
I have another way, but I would have to have a day to prepare it.
You
And I
personally,
don't know.
or you could do it for all of us?
I have control water, and I can part water, like Moses. Yeah, literally. That's
Is there a
pretty cool,
limit to that
actually.
spell? What are the limits to that?
It's 300 feet. So if it's more than that, then I don't know what we would do after that part.
Oh, you went well over 300 feet.
Okay, then I don't have a way to help at all.
I like it.
Maybe we can get more of those potion things.
Yeah, I don't think that they're they're just uncommon, and they're not like very rare or anything like that. Maybe the guy back in Cauldron has one, but I don't know for sure.
So you've basically been traveling 2 hours, right? It's the equivalent of 10 a.m. You barely even started traveling.
Is this does Alma's find the path not have a rerouting option?
Only the quickest, most direct path.
Okay. So there's no like, oh shoot, this exit is shut down. We'll have to find another way.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, there's no indication of speed traps or wrecks or anything like that. You just got the route. You just got the road numbers.
Gotcha.
Can
Well,
Spectra, given that we know the direction, can Spectra guide us around this obstacle, perhaps?
You mean like me swim ahead and then try to find an alternative route back to y'all?
I was thinking more walking around. Like, if there's another way around this particular... Like,
Oh, I got you.
Maybe finding the second shortest way. Like, is there a
Yeah.
way that doesn't require water?
I mean, if we just keep going on this path, then eventually it'll do that thing where you're, how Google Maps will
We've-
tell you to
we're
go.
routing.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
turn around and keep going the way I told you to go, until you cross the threshold of that now becomes the shortest path.
Take a
Yeah,
left.
it's like take a left.
Unless
So-
it keeps telling us to do a U-turn.
Well, I mean,
Right.
That's
when you travel 6 days and finally goes, okay, now take a left.
Yeah.
Take another left. And take another left. Go straight and then now take a right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a solution here.
I mean, there's
yeah, we can
water
try.
breathing is a spell, right?
Does anybody have that spell?
No.
I don't.
I don't either.
We can try ranging, but Spectro, he has the capability of doing so. I don't know that he's super excited about that particular option either, though. Just based on his experience in the Underdark. It's not a place one goes for a stroll.
Yeah. Well, I
It's not simply walk in Derwater in the Underdark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we can go back to town and try and find a potion. Or 3.
Yeah, or a scroll of water breathing. That's a 3rd level spell. It lasts for 24 hours. Up to 3 people.
Ooh.
Up to 10 people.
I could do it.
It's a wizard spell.
It's a ranger spell.
Or
So it has to be on your list to use a scroll. So you can do potions, though. Potions are absolutely an option.
But that only gives us an hour.
Water breathing is 24 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, the potion version is an hour, I think.
That's
Oh,
I thought that's what Mike
Yeah.
read.
Yeah, bottled breath is an hour.
There's also a
But,
potion of water breathing. That's just an
Let's say-
hour of underwater breathing.
Okay.
So, how much would a scroll be? A 3rd level scroll?
one spell, like 1,000.
Okay, we could
It
get
is,
2.
it is on Spectro's list because it's a ranger spell.
Oh, there you go.
That's on
Do I have to
Farazan's
have-
too.
Do I have to have that level though? Like that?
There's a
It just needs to be on your
chance.
list.
Okay.
There's a chance if it's too high, unless I'm just thinking of an older rule, but I think it's still in 5e, but it's like you have to roll above the spell level, like knowledge check or something like that. I don't know if it's very, very low. It's basically you have to roll less than a 3 to fail on a.
That
you know,
sounds
roll.
familiar, but I
But I
don't.
don't know if that's a holdover to 5e or not.
Yeah, I don't do much with spells in most of my characters. But I do have levels in Ranger. My Ranger spells aren't 3rd. They don't go all the way up to 3 right now.
Right. So, what would essentially all that would happen is, in order to kind of speed things along a little bit, if you failed, you just have to go buy another one. You know what I'm saying? And you have like a 5% chance of failing. So
Yeah.
we'll just roll a die. If it's like a 1 or a 2, then here's another
Well,
1,000.
And it lasts for how long? This spell that we're doing?
If you use a scroll, it's gonna be 24 hours. You use a potion, it's an hour.
Okay. Well, if we do, it's the scroll that we're talking about, though, the thing that has the potential to fail.
Yes.
So we can just cast it
Potions.
while we're there in the store.
Sure. Right.
That way,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it
That's
fails, we're
true.
like, all right, we need another one.
Can I get another one?
Are they expensive? I think I missed that part.
1,000 gold
1,000.
for one, like one casting of. So you can get one scroll with like 3 casting. It'll cost you 3,000. That kind of thing.
Yeah, let's do that.
Or 3 scrolls, or what have you. Yeah. So, is that the plan? Head back to town. Like, we can't breathe underwater. Let's do something.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah,
All right.
see if we can find
And-
the scroll.
I would also like to just throw out and consider that we will have to come back. So I don't know if we'll have to come back through that water or not, but it should be something that we think about.
Hmm.
Yeah. Inspiration.
I'm just thanks. I never get inspiration.
Yeah, get a 3 casting. Get one of the tear off strips. You know, with 3 tears.
But I'm just saying, I don't know. Usually, you leave in a different path than you come in, but it's not always guaranteed. And what if we run into something we need to run away from?
Yeah.
So,
What if something we run into needs to run away from us?
well, they'll drown without their scrolls.
Scroll of-
I
scroll
don't
of
know.
Town portal. Got it.
Town portals, that you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You're back in town.
Okay.
No problems, no worries. Like I said, so far this area, it's not patrolled, but it's like you don't see a whole lot of animals around the city because there's just a lot of people and it scares things off, that kind of feeling. You head back, you're in Cauldron.
Yeah. Whoa. We got to do the password bit first.
Okay. What's the password?
Bears on.
What's the password?
So what's your password?
What's your
Yeah.
password?
Karstamalsla.
Nice
No.
map.
Oh, shoot, it's out there. The door's open.
That's why you don't need a password.
I know. I thought
Can't
it
see
should
now.
have been- It's different. Maybe that's a dark thing, like challenge. Anyway, how was it?
Wet.
Not yet, but it will be. I mean, I'm wet.
It's-
Yeah.
Not complete.
Just
Not yet.
squishy,
He's
squishy,
dripping
squishy.
onto the floor.
Yeah.
I've lost my ability to be stealthy because everything is just like.
Yeah. I have a snail trail.
Oh, no.
We'll just
Vaseline or something that's gonna chafe.
get the
some
unroll the chain
deodorant on.
golem a little bit and hang Spectre out to dry for, you know.
Can nobody digitate? There's no prestidigitation in the party?
Mm-mm.
Not I.
After 2 hours of hiking through the Underdark, you're dry. But yes, you're back in town. No problem. No worries with travel.
I can just walk with the flame tongue out, kind of behind him, and
You're roasting him. Be careful.
Just-
bacon.
I am wee. I toast easily,
hold,
Aw.
hold it
especially
out, and
given
just
my
kind of
fair skin complexion. I'm very much like a marshmallow.
You're a wee toast. The serpent of Kern.
Got a surfer boy tan.
all right. How many we want to buy? 3.
Yes.
Let's start with one. See if we can get one to work.
Okay.
And then
That'd
after
be
that,
the best.
we
We
can
buy-
debate about how many we want to take, and I'll hold on to my inspiration for those when we are trying to get back.
That's fair.
But buy 2, the one on the way in works, the one on the way out doesn't.
All right.
So that's what I'm saying. If we buy one now, buy one. Let me see if I can get it to work. Then that's 1,000, and then we can debate on how many we want to take in with us for the return trip, and I'll reserve my inspiration for those rolls in the hopes that I can make one of those
Okay.
work. Does that make sense?
It's an ability check with your spellcasting ability to determine whether you cast it, and the DC is 10 plus the spell's level. So
Oh.
13.
Wow, it's harder than I thought.
Can I give guidance?
It's a.
It is an ability check.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank.
So what am I adding to the D20 on my sheet? My spell attack modifier?
A D4.
Wait, you said it's an ability check, so you'd be rolling. I guess your wisdom. DC is 13. Wisdom check with guidance. So it'd be a wisdom check plus D4 for success, which is
Okay.
much harder than I thought.
Yeah, so here's the wisdom check.
So where are you
Okay.
going to buy the scroll?
Oh, I thought we had already done so. That's why I was rolling.
No, we can get the roll. That's fine, but like, potions are no problem. You got years elixirs, but
It's also a wizard spell and sorcerer
It is.
spell, so we can go to
It is.
the Blue Crater.
oh, yep. All right, no problem. $3,000, you got 3 castings done.
And no friends and family discounts.
No,
Okay.
because you're neither, buddy.
The prices of the city have been increased. $3,000 is the friends and family.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
the friends and family.
After the
So
tax
do-
hike,
You said 3 for 3, and they're 1 cast each.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically 3 scrolls, but they're all in 1 scroll. So you roll the 17 without guidance, no problem.
Yeah.
You cast it, and just like gillyweed, you have gills.
Sweet.
And that's enough for everybody, right? You can do like
Yeah, it's up to 10 people.
so. Yeah, all 4 of you and everybody in the room can breathe underwater.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Can't breathe the air.
Weird. Yeah.
Actually, it would be nice if each of you paid for your portion of this particular casting.
I'll chip in.
Happy to.
250, 370,
That.
750.
For everybody else in the room, I mean.
I'm a student. Do you think I have money?
All right, I'm
Silence. And he casts
marking
silence.
off 750.
Yeah, I'll do
Same.
the same.
Okay.
So, how much? So, real quick, how much liquid cash do you guys have? Gold, diamonds, jewelry, just not magical items.
On my sheet, I've got a total of 9,500.
That's That's like your share, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. I figured y'all had like 30 grand at least.
I've got close to 11 grand.
Yeah.
Gold.
I was gonna say we. I don't think we distributed some of the stuff.
I was gonna say
From-
I still just have what I started with, basically. But
I
it's
20
still
years.
have-
$3,000.
yeah.
And that's why we make you do the spellcasting.
Yeah.
So they're rich.
Okay, so like in the party, you've got somewhere around 25, 30 grand. That's kind of where I thought. I mean, that sounds excessive for a 12th level party. Sounds a little less, but okay. So no problem.
I mean, I did try and buy Oryx Boathouse with the intention that, like, you do get to a point in D&D where you're just like, I have all the money and there is literally nothing to buy.
Yeah, I started to start investing in real estate.
I
Right,
mean, we've got probably hundreds of thousands of gold pieces worth of items that we're not using
Oh,
too.
sure.
So
That's
true.
also true.
Yeah, and I mean at least 100,000 worth of tacos in the murder basement.
no,
Those are
Farazan's
priceless.
been down there.
Okay, 100,000, 50,000,
There's fewer.
fewer. Is there concentration on water breathing? No. All right, you're good to go.
Farazan's gonna get the alchemy jug from Khaldun and then just like chug
Drink mayonnaise.
ah, something, but he doesn't have to breathe anymore, so he just. All right, back down to Yada Room.
Yep,
we
John
go
Arun,
for-
Malachite Fortress to the Underdark. You get about 2 miles in and down. You come to the watery area again. You are now able to breathe underwater. You do so. Go down. Yes.
Follow Spectro.
Follow Alma.
Mhm.
Follow Elma.
You can no longer talk. So,
But we
I
can
was
I
up.
can
think.
fix that.
there
I
we
can
go.
fix it.
All right.
Hang on. Ready?
Can't take
One.
that away from us.
A 9. Gasp.
9 hours.
What?
Woo.
That's like all the last 5 times put together. No, actually, the last time we did it was like a 7 or 8. You're getting really good
That's
at it.
because we're not in combat.
Yeah.
It'll be crappy again when we really need it.
Okay, so you get the Tarathian mind meld.
9
going.
hours of swimming later.
Honestly, it is slow going. You're going about half speed under the water. About 45 minutes later of doing this, you do finally you come up a little bit to where you're no longer under the water, and Alma or whoever's out front, Spectrum, you still ranging?
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes the most sense, I think.
So as you're coming up out of the water, so the water's been getting cooler, cold. It's like uncomfortably cold. By the time that you come up out of the water, you emerge, and you can see it before you get out of the water. Like there's a bright light, a bluish light, that is obviously around a corner in the tunnel, and quietly, sneakily, you come out, and as soon as you breach the water, you are just freezing. I mean, like quite literally, it's freezing in here. Your breath is mist. You actually start to crystallize the water just coming out. You are just immediately start shaking from the cold.
This is kind of nice.
It is subarctic. Not that cold. It's below 0 easily, and that's Celsius.
I was going to say which 0.
All of them? No.
No.
So immediately, what I would like from you is a Constitution saving throw.
But I'm not good at those.
No, just Spectra.
Oh, don't look at mine.
Okay.
That did not happen.
I got 13.
13. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Roll again. You're at disadvantage because you're wet.
Yeah, right.
You're at disadvantage.
Still 13. That's fine. You're
Yeah,
just.
what a waste of a 20.
you are starting to, like, your fingertips are going numb. It is very, very, very cold in here. It's the point I'm trying to get across. And you do see what looks like it's going to be a bright yellow, or excuse me, bright bluish light that is around the bend, but it's after you come up out of the water, and you'll have to travel about another 20 or 30 feet to see down that path. Does that make sense?
Is everybody up out of the water behind me now?
I don't know. You guys are.
Yeah, as long as he
Your
doesn't,
options-
as long as he
Your
doesn't
options
stop.
are to get out or to stay in.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got about
okay.
well, you got 24 hours breathing, so never mind.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Following along.
Yeah.
Okay. You all step out of the water. Farazan, you're fine, but I do need at disadvantage Tarathiel and Alma to give me a Constitution saving throw.
All right, cool. Because I'm
Excellent.
carrying
Worse.
a soul trinket, I get advantage on Constitution saving throws. So those will cancel out, and it will just be flat.
Alma turns into an ice cube.
What you
20.
got? 20. You're fine.
6.
You're not fine. Okay. So, I mean, when I say you're fine, Tarathiel, you're still freezing, like chattering. And, all of you are, except for Farazan, who's, you're resistant to cold, right?
Yes.
That's part of you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alma, you have 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Farazan's gonna go give
Is
her a
it,
hug.
is it okay? Because your face says otherwise.
It's blue and like got icicles hanging off of it. So you're at the edge of the water. Everybody's out of the water. You're not dry, but you're like caked in rime. You're just completely frozen all the way through. You haven't advanced yet, Svetro. You're still around the corner, waiting for everybody to come out of the water.
Okay. I will. What's the light situation in here? You mentioned the blue light, but what's the environmental light level at?
Except for the blue light, where you are is dim light.
Okay.
Partially dark, it's dim to a certain. Where you're standing right outside the water is just dark. But you step forward, getting closer to the bend in the tunnel, it's going to be dim light.
Okay.
Until you go around the corner, and then it's just bright. Like you can see a bright light coming.
Gotcha.
And hold, please, for a map change.
Yes.
And I wish Keldon and his bonfires were here right now.
Right.
We can all gather around Farazan's sword at some point.
Gather around this roaring sword.
Sure, it puts
So-
off some heat.
I don't know. Is that coming through okay?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So the top left is where you are emerging. So you're in inch of water at this point. It's not completely dry and flat, but it's not completely dry, but you're not underwater, and that water is not making you wet. If that makes any sense.
Gotcha.
Just very, very shallow water at this point. Ooh, I see little figures. Let's see, who's that?
Well,
Squares are 5
good news. I'm reduced chance of losing a finger to frostbite.
80%. Let's see. Let's get you. Oh, that's the map. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. There we go. And I did move the map. Some bitch. Shift that. There. All right. So the squares are 5 by 5. So I'm going to move. Damn it. I keep just forgetting to change back to token. I'm going to move you back here.
Where's my little token at? I don't see it. I always forget to grab it if that's something I'm supposed to do.
I think they're doing theirs. I can grab it.
Thank you.
Maybe.
It's on the journal tab.
Journal.
There you are.
And Elma, you want me to grab you?
No.
So the light is coming from this area?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I will. And all of this is water that we're standing in?
So you see the little, it's slightly blue, right? Where you're standing
Yep.
now,
Yeah.
compared to over here, which is white.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is completely out of the water. This is just shallow, and you can see that it's streaming on past this area.
So, but that blue
Sure,
light
they
is
will
emanating
step
from right
up onto
here.
the wall.
where the
It is
land
coming from this area over here. Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Spetro is going to try to let's think. Spetro's gonna use his wing boots to get just above the water.
All right.
To make less noise as he moves through it, and he's going to try to range forward and see what he can see, where landfall is.
All right.
So he'll fly up. Kind of I mean, he'll fly. I'm going to place my token where I think he would end, with the understanding that as he's moving forward, if he sees anything concerning before he reaches that point, that he would halt and let folks know behind him.
Okay. So first, give me a stealth check.
Okay. This is going to be. Let's see here. That plus 10, so 27.
27. Okay. So you've cast Pass Without Trace then.
No, is it plus 10 for my being in the Underdark? Let me double check again.
Oh, I see. I thought, well, plus 10 is the Pass Without Trace. I thought that's what you're doing.
Oh, no. Hold on. It might just be that I have. Okay, never mind. Yeah, no, pass Without Trace is a plus 10. This is just I can move at my normal speed and still be stealthy. So it's a 17.
17. So put you where you is going.
Pew. Up to here-ish.
So I went ahead and opened up, like, preemptively. And that is honestly kind of what I thought you were going to do. So this is what you can see. I do need to open a little bit more right here, because what you're seeing. So this area is it's natural. It's a natural cavern. The map is really blurry. So this area here, where it's slightly discolored and you can't really see a map grid,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about, that is like an ice formation, and I don't mean huge, but it's enough to where it would impede you getting through there, because where you are now is basically just barely like 8 feet high in the passageway. This covers about half of that height, right? And you can see it peeking out here. So there's a clear path between these two icy areas.
Okay.
Here, right? But what you can see over the ice, because you're hovering, you're flying here, right here, where it looks like it just comes together to a narrow point,
Mm-hmm.
that is quite literally a sheening ice wall, except for that small part, which is maybe 2 feet wide, enough to skinny through sideways, going through shoulder first, where somebody's hacked an opening into the ice wall.
Okay.
And in that opening, you can't see much past it. Like, if I did some light, if I opened a little bit, it wouldn't be enough to really give you much info, but I'll give you like this, right? Because it's a narrow area. From where you are, you can see about that far. It is beyond the wall is manufactured. Like, it's a real stone floor. It looks like beyond that wall, beyond the ice wall, is part of a facility, I guess. It's not rough hewn. It's what's the word I'm looking for? Shit.
It's like
Pretty.
it's worked.
It's worked stone. And the most interesting though is in that open area where it was chiseled out, it's still like a hazy, obviously opaque kind of mist in the open space through the wall, right? So you have the solid sheet, like glass, perfect ice wall, chiseled out, and in the opening, there's like a misty area that's still in the opening area. You can barely see through it and see to what I've shown past it, into the worked area. Is that pretty clear?
Yep.
Okay.
What's the light situation on land? Is this still dim?
So you're still in mostly dim. It's I'm going to call it still dim, but it's bright enough to where it's almost well lit, because coming from behind this ice wall and through the ice wall, because it's just opaque, is bright blue light.
Okay.
Like almost fluorescent. It's just bright blue light shining through, illuminating this entire area. But still, up until this natural ice here, beyond that, I'm going to call it dim, but up here is bright light.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll range just a little bit further. Do you want another stealth check?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
That's
I'm gonna gonna come up to where the room kind of opens up just to
Alright.
check left, right.
Reveal areas. So you just see a little bit of an alcove up to the north. Past the ice there. I can tell this kicks back a little bit. That's terrible. Try that again. A little bit of an alcove down to the south. There. So there's both the northern and southern alcove, if those are truly north and south, looks like dead ends.
Okay.
There's ice in there also.
All right.
Yeah.
I will.
Farazan's over the telepathic link. He's gonna ask if he can move forward.
Yeah, I was gonna say in telechat, I'll say looks clear so far. If you guys want to join me.
And interestingly enough, oh no, don't do that. That is north and south. Ha!
Excellent.
He
No
just
more squeezed
unveiled-
and nest.
Yeah, he just unveiled west on the map.
No more skeletons pointing off to the southwestern.
And Tarathiel's on the ceiling or wall.
Yes.
Nice.
Looks like he's on the wall.
Sorry,
And-
on the wall.
The ice wall is where I'm being like drawn to.
Yes, through the ice wall. So, yes, through the ice wall still. Yep. And you know exactly how far away it is to the destination. You are this far away from your destination.
Okay.
I mean, the spell tells you how far away. So
yeah.
the spell is sitting here saying you're 55 feet away from your destination. So you are here.
And speaking of,
In
we are
55
here.
feet, you will
With
arrive
that,
at your destination.
It's
En
a little
route.
over 2 hours. So we're going to have to pick up next week, which is Memorial Day, but I think we talked about it. It's not going to be a huge problem for recording, because that's right.
It in fact has become a problem.
Okay, all right.
So
How dare you?
So no recording then next Monday.
Okay.
Right? So,
Right.
You guys won't
That's
get to
fine.
see Jamie, but I think I will.
Ooh.
Neato.
It's
Vin
awesome.
Disvoix.
Our first date went so well, we're having another one.
Wow. Happy for you guys.
It's my 9-year work anniversary on the date of our next recording, when we would have been recording. Memorial Day.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Thank you.
How are you celebrating? Get cake?
I'm not working.
Continued employment. Collecting a paycheck.
Good.
That's a pretty nice bonus.
You should
Yeah.
ask for
Yeah,
cookie cake. It's the best kind.
I work from home, so I can have that whenever I want.
You should eat some
In
cookie
fact-
cake then.
I'm pretty sure actually there's even a policy where I can expense it.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
do that. Do that.
that's yeah.
Okay, so that means we're just going to take Memorial Day off and then pick up on the 3rd. Does that sound right to everybody's calendars?
Think so.
It's all right.
Okay. Then we shall see what happens in the cold, dark, dark. Seems redundant.
I'm a
It
scared.
really does.
All right.
All right, guys.
Have a good
See
one.
ya.
Coward, it's good to see you again. We'll see you
See
in a
ya.
couple weeks.
And we had Mana Team 6. Thanks for joining us.
Hey,
Yeah.
good to have you. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Bye.
I would say we normally ramp.